Okay, welcome everyone. As we learn the Mishnah Yomis for Friday. This is Friday's Mishnah Yomis. We didn't do Fridays, so we're learning Mishnah Zayin and Mishnah Ches in the difficult third parak of Yevamos. And we are sponsored by the Fisher family, Lila Nishmas Basi Bas Robert Shalom Ben Abraham Alevi, Perel Bas Ruven, Ishad Avalichtig Gan Eden, Lila Nishmas, Yaakov Moshe Ben Zev, Lufu Shalema, Feli Elio Moshe Ben Chaya Sarah, Avram Ben Yom Ben Benish Ben Malki Yehudis and family. Abe, you wanted me to say a new name. You want to give me that new name? We're also sponsored by Yoel Klugman and family. Abe?
I will WhatsApp it, Rebbe. Thank you.
Just give me the name.
Avram
Yeshaya.
Ben Shmayo Yosef.
Ben Shmayo Yosef, and the Neshama should have an Aliyah by Yoel Klugman and family. The Refu Shalema for my Shver Avigdoraya Ben Rivka for the baby, Ayelet Ben Chava, Meir Ben Chaya Sarah. So now, the Mishnah tells us, and Bruce, it's very good to have you joining us. I'm sorry you weren't here for Bava Kama. You have to make it up the next 100 days. David Silverman is just joining us for the Mishnah Yomis. Shloisha Achim, 3 brothers, Reuven, Shimon, and Levi. Shnayim Mem Nusuyin Shtei Achoyis. Reuven and Shimon are married to Rachel and Leah. Ve'echad Nasi Nachris. And Levi is married to Sarah, an unrelated woman. Meis echad mibalei achoyis. Reuven dies, and so now his wife Rachel falls to Shimon and Levi. Of course, Shimon is parted because it's achos ishtai. V'konas nasi nachris as ishtai. So Levi, who's married to Sarah, is miyabim Rachel, and then umeisa ishtai shel sheni. This is an interesting twist. Then Shimon's wife Leah passes away. And then afterwards, Levi dies. Now remember, Levi was married to Rachel and to Sarah. So the din is that you would say, well, now Shimon, shouldn't he be able to be miyabim Rachel? His wife Leah is dead, and an achis ishtay is permitted la'achar the misa of his wife. But remember, when Reuven died, Rachel had already once fell to Shimon, and then she was aser as achos ishtai. She was already aser as an eishes ach sheloi b'mekay mitzvah. So harizu asura alav eilamis. So Rachel is forbidden to Shimon forever. Hayil v'nesra alav sha'achas, since she was aser to him 1 hour, one time, when Reuven died and Rachel fell to him. So she's already an Eishes Ach Shaloi B'Mekay Mitzvah. And for that matter, Sarah is also pater from Chalitz and Yibam because she's the Tzara of an Eishes Ach Shaloi B'Mekay Mitzvah. Says the Mishnah continues, Shloisha Achim, 3 brothers, Reuven, Shimon, and Levi. Shnayim mehem nesuyin shtei achoyis. Reuven and Shimon are married to Rachel and Leah. Ve'echad nasi nachris. And Levi is married to Sarah. Geirish echad mibalei achoyis es ishtay. Oh, interesting. Reuven divorced Rachel. He divorced Rachel. And then umeis nasi nachris. And then Levi died. Ukonso hamegarish. And Reuven went ahead and was miyabim Sarah. Right? Levi died. So Reuven was miyabim Sarah. V'meis. And now Reuven dies. So Shimon could be miyabim Sarah. Reuven was once married to his wife's sister. It doesn't make a difference. Zui Sha'amru, this is what we learned in the first Mishnah. V'kulan shemeisu einis garshu. If the erva died or got divorced, Tzara saying mutaris, the co-wife is permitted. So since Reuven had divorced Rachel beforehand, then Levi died, Reuven was miyabim Sarah, and now Reuven dies, Shimon could be miyabim Sarah, because she's not a co-wife to the erva at the time of the Nefilah. Now, says the Mishnah Ches, this is a broad halacha. Let's say, going back to the first Mishnah, Reuven has 2 wives. Reuven married Shimon's daughter, Sarah. He married his niece, Sarah. And he has another wife, Dinah. V'kulan sha'ayu bem kiddushin or gerishin b'safek. We're not sure if he was married to Shimon's daughter. We're not sure if it was a good kedushin. Or we're not sure if he got divorced. If he got divorced, then if he's not married to her, Dina is not a tzaras erva. If he was divorced, then Dina is not a tzaras erva, but we're not sure. So then if Reuven dies, so we're not sure if Dina is a tzaras erva, hare elu tzarai, so then Shimon has to give to the co-wife choltzais v'loy misyabmis. He does chalitza and not yibam. So says the Mishnah, what's an example of a suffix kedushin? Ketzad suffix kedushin, that we're not sure if Reuven was Mekadeshes to Shimon's daughter. Zorak la kedushin, Reuven threw to Sarah kedushin, suffix karav loy. It's a suffix whether the money was closer to him and therefore it never got to Sarah and she's not Mekadeshes, or suffix karav loy was closer to her and she is Mekadeshes. That's suffix kedushin. So since we're not sure, if he was Mekadesh, if it was closer to her, so then he was married to Sarah and Dina would be a tzaras erva. If it wasn't closer to her, it was closer to him, he was never married to the daughter, then Dina is not a tzaras erva and she would have a chiyuv of chalitza and a yibam. Since we're not sure, so Shimon has to give chalitza misafik to Dina. What's an example of suffix gerushin, where we're not sure if he had divorced the daughter? Kosav b'ksav yadai, he wrote a get in his handwriting, but vein olav edim, but there's no witnesses. Or yesh olav edim, there are witnesses, vein b'izman, but it doesn't have a date. Or yesh b'izman, it has a date, vein b'yala eid echad, it only has one witness. These are all zel suffix gerushin. Now, if it was a good get, so then Dina is not a tzaras erva at the time when Reuven died, and Shimon would have to do chalitza or yibam. If it wasn't a get, then Dina would be a tzaras erva, she would be parted from chalitza and yibam. Since we're not sure, misafik, we do chalitza. Okay, that's Friday's Mishna Yomis. Later on tonight, I will put on the system today's Mishna Yomis. Again, we want to remind you that we have Shir Be'ez Hashem on the new time, broadcasted from LA at 8 o'clock at normal time tomorrow. And also I want to remind you that I gave two interesting shiurim here I gave many shiurim here, but put on the system, I gave two interesting shiurim. I gave a shiur to the boys, to boys Friday morning, called When is Davening Not Davening? And Amen and Amen Yeshmei Rabbah. That's on Torah Anytime, on YouTube, on Facebook, Kololoshin. Also a shir that I gave to the Beis Yaakov of LA, and I called it Kibbud of Aim. Kibbud of Aim. What did I call it? I called it Kibbud of the Aim. It has other stuff there, but it's on YouTube. You could look it up. It starts with Kibbud of the Aim, and that's also a very interesting shir that's on YouTube and on Torah Anytime. Check it out. Remember to subscribe and to like. Thank you for joining us, and have a really good Tavach.
Good luck, Rabbi. Thank you.
Good Tavach, everybody.
Rabbi, I've seen an amazing Yonatan Ben Uziel on Vayera. It says, "Vashem pakad l'sara kasher amar, v'yas Hashem l'sara kasher diber." Yonatan Ben Uziel says that kasher amar speaks about what Hashem told to Abraham when the Malachim came. But kasher diber, Yonatan Ben Uziel says that Hashem did to Abraham the way Abraham prayed on behalf of Avimelech.
Right, because that's kol hamispalel bad chaveira v'hu tzarich lo yiseh davar hu ne'eneh tchila, and they want to say that was a truth in what the Leitzanei Hadar say. The Leitzanei Hadar said, "Me Avimelech nis abra Sarah." There was a little truth to that, because it was from Avimelech, the nis abra Sarah, meaning from the prayer that Avram did for Avimelech.